welcome to Game 2 here of the 2017 International Cup, live from McAllister Oval in Parkville for the huge contest in Division 1 between the Island Warriors and the Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes. Both these two teams come in with very rich credentials in terms of what they've achieved at international level. We know that the Mozzies, or the Mosquitoes from Papua New Guinea, are looking for their back-to-back wins in the International Cup, and they're taking on the Island Warriors, who also won the Cup twice in their time since 2001. So we should see a great game of football this morning. It's Kane Pollard in the host chair. Alongside me, we have Shane Fleming and also Ian Doherty. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Kane. Pleasure to be with you once again.
And alongside me is the man that we've given the pocket to, Ian Doherty. And Ian, what are you expecting from the game today between Papua New Guinea and Ireland?
Gentlemen, what I do know is that when you're playing for your country, there's plenty of intensity, and the record here between these two, but both with 2 titles each, and they are playing for bragging rights today. It'll be decided who's the better, as the Mosquitoes doing a little war cry in the centre of McAllister Reserve here. Very exciting stuff, isn't it?
Very intimidating.
It is. I'm glad I'm sitting here and not where the Irish players are at the moment, that's for sure.
Well, the Irish boys were linked arm in arm, but that was a war cry from the Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes, and they've got a big crowd in attendance as well. The Papua New Guineans, there's people over there with the big flag going as well. We saw a great game of football in the first match, and we're looking for an even better contest in this second one, Ian.
Just really colourful stuff too, isn't it? I mean, we've invented this game in Australia, but these people come to the country and they bring colour and imagination that we've never thought of, and just even that war cry there, fantastic stuff.
No, absolutely. We saw the South Africans singing and dancing and clapping, and something different again. And look, it's great. Just adds to the atmosphere of the day.
So the nearly underway here. In the ruck will be big Paul O'Halloran there for Ireland. They've definitely got the height advantage against Papua New Guinea, but I'm sure the Mosquitoes might be fleet of foot, and quick ball movement and some explosive play expected here this morning. So we're underway. O'Halloran in the ruck. Clearly wins the tap down there for the Warriors. Coming through there, getting tackled was Michael Finn, and he's been penalised for incorrect disposal. Michael Finn's actually won premierships in the Eastern District Football League 3 or 4 times, and a few league best and fairest, so expect him to play well. It's Mosquitoes build here through centre wing. The long kick forward, but going back and reading the play nicely there was O'Halloran. The big man going back behind the play and taking a nice mark on his chest. So
Halloran now for Ireland goes long down the line looking for Mark. Can't quite complete it. Getting a hand into the ball there was Assi. Now a little shovel out for Ireland, looking to go forward, but unable to control the ball there was Jambarufo for the Papua New Guineans, and we're going to get a boundary throw in right in front of the commentary position here.
Gee, the Mosquitoes already working really hard off the footy to outnumber at every contest.
So ball tossed back into play, tap down in front, numbers with the Island side. Little kick forward there by Patrick Brennan. Now looking to come out is Papua New Guinea, but the kick's gone up. Has actually hit the overhanging tree outside the boundary and come back into the field of play.
So technically it didn't go out.
Well, I don't know what the umpire's going to call there, but I think you've just got to give that out on the full.
I think so.
So McCone will take the free kick on centre wing. Decides to go long. Players converge, flying in over the top and taking a nice mark there. And that might be Pedro Lacey there for Ireland. He spent some time on the Geelong AFL rookie list after his time on the Fox Footy, or the Foxtel program, The Recruit. So he should have some experience.
Good strong hands too.
He's confident, lining up on a 45-degree angle. We're kicking this from 40 metres out. The first score going the way of the Warriors as he comes in. Lacey's gone bang, and it's gone straight through with the breeze. Great way to start there for Ireland. They lead 1 straight 6. Papua New Guinea yet to score this International Cup. Division 1 football between Ireland and Papua New Guinea.
As I said, very, very strong hands there from big Paddy, and he is going to take some stopping. He's not short either, 203 centimetres, 98 kilos. From Newtown in Geelong. He will take some stopping, no doubt about that, if they keep popping it up like that.
Well, he's got probably about 15 inches on his opponent at the moment.
He has. That's a bit of a mismatch.
So back in the middle now. And O'Halloran there winning the tap for the Irish, then slaps it forward again. Ireland looking to take possession, but going without the ball there was Liam Burns. Now Papua New Guinea. The Mosquitoes looking to run onto the loose balls, Benno. And the umpire's paid a free kick, holding on, and it's going to be going to Brendan Benno. Goes short now through the middle of the ground. So Papua New Guinea looking to use the speed, coming wide, trying to find a teammate out there in Laurie Logo. So the star for the New Guineans gives a little handball across, but they've run out of space, and the boundary line will win out, and we'll have a boundary throw-in again right in front of the commentary position.
We've definitely seen plenty of physicality in the first bit of games we've seen, Ian.
No doubt about that. As I say, they're playing for keeps, so body on body. Let's just let your opponent know that you're there.
So O'Halloran taps it down. Front and square, though, was Simon. He couldn't get an effective disposal away. Strong tackle applied there by Brennan. And the ball's going to be thrown up directly in front of our commentary position here on centre wing. O'Halloran has the height, taps it down, but roving him nicely there was Papua New Guinea. The kick around the body coming from Logo. It's going to go close to the boundary line. And they're working hard there, the Irish defence, but it looks like it's the Mosquitoes trying to get the ball going forward.
So Garoga, he gets the shot at goal, but he sprayed it and it's gone out of bounds on the full. And so Ireland will bring the ball back into play. Tight against the boundary. Wasn't an easy shot at all, especially down into the non-scoring end as we saw in that first game, kicking into the breeze, although it looks to have dropped from that first game, certainly in the second half. But Ireland now to bring the ball in. Target is Finn. Goes high, going with him there was Ikupu for Papua New Guinea. Now coming back, have a loose player there in Larvai, the captain. He goes to the ground, gets up now, gives the handball away, goes back to Ikupu. Now they give the little handball off to Gideon Simon. He's tackled, got rid of it, said the umpire. Now running onto the loose ball for was Brendan Brown, but pack forms and we're going to get a ball up just inside the attacking 50 for Papua New Guinea.
Gee, I'm sensing already a higher standard than the first game we saw, but both sides, they're bringing some skills to this one.
So O'Halloran taps it down. McClone tries to get the ball away, ineffective. Here's some run. Finn receives the hand pass now, kicks the ball forward, bouncing over the head of Lacey. Not easy to do. The Papua New Guinean defence crash into each other. They get the hand pass away out towards Kalaga. He has some space. Pace to Burn. Long kick forward. No mark taken there. Coming in was Leonard. He's been brought to ground. Pack forms. Oh, it's a hot footy in there. Players are diving on the top of it. The umpire lets it go. It comes out the back. Is that a throw? It has been paid. And the free kick will go the way of the Warriors.
Yeah, against Jambarufo there. Good decision from the umpire was certainly there. So Ireland now through Brown. Look to go up onto the wing, going back and with the flight with courage was Papua New Guinea was Tapeni. Now kick around the corner, but again Ireland just with the numbers behind the ball comes to McElhone, the captain. Round the corner looking for Lacey. He can't take the mark. Second effort was good. Gave the little handball off. And Ireland looking to come back through the middle of the ground, and they spot up a target in Robert McElhone.
So McClone has it. Decides to go high and long. Players there, and look, taking the front position was Murray, but didn't even compete. The umpires paid a free kick for a hold. Looks like it might go the way of the big Irish forward. He had the front position there and got brought to ground. He'll line up for a shot on goal directly in front from only 30 metres out there, Nannery. A couple of big boys inside forward 50 as their targets. And Nannery now looking to kick Ireland's second goal of the match. They lead 1-6. Mosquitoes yet to score. So when he comes, Nannery, oh, he's gone across the face to the right-hand side of the post and through for one behind. They go to 1-17. Mosquitoes yet to score.
Only their second real inside 50 of the game so far.
So ball brought back into play now. Papua New Guinea, slow and steady on the far side of the ground, just holding possession. Got a couple of players looking for the switch on, and they now decide to go backwards, all the way back to the fullback position. So mark now taken by, that's Tapeni. They go back to where the ball came from. Long ball, good spoil there from Bartley for the Irish. Now going in hard and low was Liam Burns. Umpire's blown the whistle, and we are going to get a boundary throw-in over about 50 metres out from goal for Ireland.
So swirling, breezy conditions here in the second game. Throw in, Finn doing the ruck work there for Ireland, taps it down, quick kick around the body from McElhone, and flying high was Lacey. He drops the mark, he's got two to beat, but the Mosquitoes will clean up here. Kick outside, defensive 50 now, bouncing football there for Logo. He's been brought to ground, the umpire says play on. Going through, getting a little dinky hand pass there was Akupu. This is better play by the Mosquitoes. Get the ball up towards centre wing, attacking the football there, but getting brought down was that man in Collins. The umpire says play on. Trying to get the ball out there was Simon, he couldn't do so. The Irish have some players at the back. Kick around the body coming from Leonard. But reading it best there for the Mosquitoes was Levi taking a nice mark there.
So the captain now John James Levi goes wide, looking to switch the play. This is promising for Papua New Guinea. They've got the numbers over on the far side of the ground. The next target along is Laurie Logo, who's had plenty of the ball. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion. Now comes out Goroga. Still he goes now. The Papua New Guineans mucking around with it a little bit. They're going to turn it over if they're not careful. Still going Gorogo. Now in hard there, and was Finn. He's over the ball. Eventually Ireland get it out, and it's McElhone with the kick forward.
Bouncing football up to the half-forward flank, letting it bounce. There was Murray. Tries to tap it to his own advantage. Mosquitoes getting around the football. Going back in again is Nannery. Decides to hand pass it. Makes it hard there for his teammate in O'Day, but he did well. Gets the hand pass off there towards Murray. Hurried kick forward up towards the half-forward flank. Flying in to the side there was Brennan. Was that a free kick? On top of the arms it was. And it'll be the Mosquitoes taking a free kick.
So it comes out wide to Namidi now. So Namidi down the line. Has a loose player in Oa. He goes down the line again, in deep into the pocket, working to the front position there, and a good spoil there by Barry Murray. And eventually, no, the ball stays in. Eventually comes to Papua New Guinea, the kick forward by Parika into the pocket, but getting across and taking a good strong mark for the Irish is Paul O'Halloran. And in fact, the umpire's blown the whistle, and no, it will be a mark to O'Halloran. So I think he might have thought he took it over the line, but the umpire disagreed with him. He said you can have the kick. So he kicks long out towards half-back. The fly there from Patrick Brennan. Can't take the mark. Trying to keep it in was Jeffrey Namidi, but the boundary line wins out and we'll have a boundary throw-in about 55 metres around from the New Guinea goal.
So Halloran coming up to do the ruck. There's a few inches there on Namiti. Throw in, it's a short one, but well read there by Halloran. So Warriors with a clearing kick out of the contest. Trying to take the mark. Was that a free kick for too high to O'Connell? It was there. He had the best position to mark. Had his arms chopped, so O'Connell will take the free kick. Just pops it up. Well, look at the Mosquitoes. They come from everywhere. And taking a nice mark there is Tapini.
So Tapini now looking to switch the play. Has loose players. They've got to be careful coming in hard and fast. There was Liam Burns, got the spoil to the ball, then followed up his good work. But getting back in defence, there was Paul Phillips. So for the New Guinea side, comes wide. Had the loose player on in Scott Johnson, but couldn't keep the ball in. Boundary line wins out and we'll have a boundary throw-in. 70 out from goal for Ireland.
Feels like the temperature's dropped a little bit here, Ian.
Not on the ground, though. It's they're playing for keeps out there, boys. So
no one contested ruck there against Finn. Trying to get the ball out there was Kelly. He was dispossessed. The umpire sees a free kick for too high. I think that was against Finn. Just going in a little bit overzealous. And it will be a free kick there to Tapini on the left-hand side back pocket. He's got options at centre half back. Goes short, bouncing football there for Survey. Goes back now. The Mosquitoes will try and clear it towards the outer side.
So Tarang's kick now is chopped off by Burns for Ireland. He goes long up towards half forward, but no one home for the Irish. And John James Larvai, the captain for the New Guinea side, takes the mark, goes back all the way back to full-back. Good mark there from Tapini. Now he could have come a bit further wide again, looking to switch. No, goes back to where the play. No, decides to fool everyone, including his teammates. And the mark's taken by Patrick Brennan just inside the 50. And kicking to the scoring end of the ground. He'd be half a chance from there, Ian.
Yeah, it looks like that bruise has picked up a little bit. The way it's rattling away on his jumper there. I think if he pops this up just on the right-hand post, he could get a good result.
So Brennan, he looks pretty confident, comes in, gets a good strike on the ball, and he's put it straight through. So Patrick Brennan, he gets his first of the afternoon. And Ireland, they go to 2-1-13. Papua New Guinea yet to score. And we've been playing for just 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
Brennan, the 27-year-old from the UTS, bats there. A really good finish.
Yep.
He hit it nice and sweet, and just as I said, on the outside, on the right-hand post, and sailed through for a major.
There was nobody on the goal line there for the Mosquitoes.
And they don't have many tall players,
no.
But that's a basic structure, isn't it?
Cardinal sin.
So the ball gets thrown up. Tapping the ball down was O'Halloran. Another clearance there to the Irish. Picking up the football, though, was Logo. Breaks a tackle. Shoots the hand pass out now towards King. Comes back on his preferred right boot. King goes long to centre half forward. Crashing into the pack was O'Halloran. No free kick was paid. Picking up the ball nicely, though, was A. He gets the hand pass now towards Simon, who kicks the ball up to the goal face. Bouncing football now for Waratovo. He's worried out of it. Good defensive play there by Murray. Kicks the ball up towards Brennan. Clean bowls him. Loose football now. Coming onto it there was Paul Phillip. Can they get the ball out there, the Mosquitoes? No, it's the Warriors. McAlone's kick was smothered and ricocheted over the boundary line. on the half-forward flank there for Papua New Guinea.
So the ball now to be tossed back into play. The Mosquitoes into attack, looking for their first score of the game still. They are kicking into a strong breeze. Ball thrown in. Doing the ruck work there was McCallum, got the tap down. The boundary line wins out once again. And we'll have the ball thrown back in, about 70 metres out from goal. So just a little bit of a stalemate in play here.
And just 5 minutes before quarter time here. Opportunity for both sides to really set themselves a bit of advantage on the scoreboard.
So ball thrown in, good tap forward there by O'Halloran, getting a bit of meterage with that. Running onto the loose ball was Mirius Bartley. Tried to keep it in but couldn't do so. And the ball goes over and out of play over near the interchange benches.
A little bit classy there by Bartley, the hand pass to himself. Maybe a little bit Kevin Bartlett-esque, but couldn't keep the ball in play.
Yeah, just a bit more hair than Kevin Bartlett.
At this stage of his career.
Yeah.
Needs 450 games to lose it. Throw in, O'Halloran, big tap down, or soccering out of mid-air there was Leonard, up towards Finn, couldn't complete the mark. Coming through strongly there was Akupu. He's done well, Akupu, takes the game on, kicks the ball up towards centre half forward, taking the front position there though was Walls. And safe as four Walls, safe as houses, takes a nice mark at centre half back.
So Walls now comes wide out to the wing. Big fly from behind, but no mark. Good front position there from Patrick Brennan. Read the play well, but couldn't quite take possession. Pack forms, umpire circling. Eventually says, give it to me, boys, and we will ball it up right over here in front of the commentary position.
Gee, what they're giving up in height, the Mosquitoes, they make up for in body strength, don't they? They're very strong over the footy.
They certainly are. Finn with the tap down. Got it to a teammate in McCallum. Long kick forward. Can't quite take the mark was O'Connell. Now the Papua New Guineans through Larvai. Looking to take possession. Does well. Sells a bit of candy. Then gives the handball off to Akai. And they are away.
They are away through Levi, gets the ball up towards centre wing. Couldn't trap the football there, though, was AC. Coming through now is the Irish Warriors. Hand pass out towards Finn. In two minds. Goes back there towards Leonard. He's under some pressure, Leonard. He's up and under pass. Didn't go anywhere in terms of distance. It's been punched now towards the boundary line on the half-forward flank. Oh, the tricky hand pass coming out there from Phillip. Puts his teammate under some pressure in Levi. Phillip, the 1-2, working it out nicely now with the Mosquitoes.
So the Mosquitoes off half-back, looking for a target, but no one there. Taking a good marks, Michael Finn. He's been really good in the early stages of this game.
He's got good hands.
Certainly has. Finn now spots a loose player in Lucy, and he takes a very easy mark, 30 metres out from goal, directly in front.
And speaking of good hands too, very sure thing that. Laces out right in front of his eyes. And again, no one at the goal line.
But also interesting there by the Mosquitoes, they were all guarding space rather than players, and Lacey was in all that space and take the mark. Could have put some body pressure on the big men to try and cause a spoil.
So Padre Lacey looking for his second, and the goal umpire doesn't move. It's another one for the Irish. They now go to 3-1-19. They lead Papua New Guinea, no score, and we've got 1 minute and 53 left on the clock.
Well, you wouldn't say that it's a 19-point ball game right now. The effort that the P&G boys are putting in is terrific, but they've just got to convert it into some scoreboard pressure before this siren goes at quarter time.
So Halloran's in the ruck. They're doing well in the clearances once again. We saw that in the first game, wasn't it? Even though they were shorter in terms of trying to get the tap down, they're really roving well to the big men. So Halloran goes in, nearly doing it by himself. Nice tap down there to the voice. McLaren kicks it inside forward, 50 there for the Warriors. Flying in there was AC, couldn't complete the mark. Buttering up nicely though was Tapini. He's looked good off the half-back flank for the Mosquitoes. He goes long up towards centre wing to a 3-on-1. Conasol flying in from the side there was Pene, and that was Akupu, I think it may have been on the outer side, and it's been a free kick paid there. It was actually Phillip in the marking contest.
So McCallum's kick, he's turned it over, taken by Gideon Simon now. Runs one way, then the next, tries to get it to a teammate, does. Can't quite take possession though. Irish with the numbers. Still go Papua New Guinea though. Crashing in hard there was Simon again. And pack forms. Players asking for holding the ball. He's not trying to get rid of it. He's sitting over the top of it. The umpire agrees. And he's penalised the Irish player there. And it's going to be a free kick for Gideon Simon.
Took him a while to blow that one. You can't help feeling like the Mosquitoes might have convinced him in the end.
Definitely appealing for it, weren't they? All had their hands in the air. Leading for it now is King. Long kick forward to the centre half for they need a mark, but good defensive positioning there by the Warriors. Is that going to be a 50? No, Wallace takes the mark. Oh, it is. Yeah, Wallace takes the mark and got dragged to ground. That was a little bit undisciplined there by the Mosquitoes.
Just unnecessary.
It's a 25-metre penalty. It looks for things there, boys.
So not long left in the quarter. They need to get a move on loose player. Can't quite take the mark before the siren. There was Bartley. But the Irish, they have had a great start to this quarter. 3-1-19 to Papua New Guinea. No score.
So that was the first quarter done, and some good marking inside forward 50 by Patrick Lacey. He's kicked 2. Patrick Brennan has 1, and the quarter time score is Ireland 3-1-19, leading Papua New Guinea no score. We'll take a break here for quarter time. Players are breaking off into position after their quarter time address. Ian Doherty, what do you think the address may have been from David Lake, the coach of the Mosquitoes?
Well, I think he'd be really happy with their endeavour early on. I think in the first 4 or 5 minutes they really worked hard to outnumber their opponents when the footy was on the ground. There's no doubting their skill and their speed, and what they give up in height against their taller opponents, they certainly make up for in body strength. They've had enough inside 50 penetrations, but they've got to start converting. And hopefully we'll see a different story from them kicking with the aid of this breeze in the second quarter.
Now, there's a little bit of drizzle coming in as well to welcome this second term International Cup Football Division 1 between Island Warriors and Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes. Kane Pollard, Shane Fleming and also Ian Doherty underway. O'Halloran wins the tap down once again. Oh, strong tackle applied there coming through, and penalty advantage paid. Kick forward by Osong, and this is a better build-up straight away by the Mosquitoes. They've landed the ball on a player's chest who will line up for a shot on goal. And that might be, is it John James? No. Garoga, who has the shot on goal. He's been told to have a shot. He'll be kicking with the aid of the breeze. Swirly conditions here for the second game. All the scoring done at the city end. So coming in now, Garoga from only 30 metres out. Has a good run up, gets plenty of purchase on it. And that's a quick response that the Mosquitoes needed. And look at the response. The players are getting around them. Their first goal of the tournament, reducing the margin back to only 13 points. Papua New Guinea, 1 straight 6, trailing Ireland 3-1-19.
Really exciting stuff for the PNG boys. That's just the start the coach would have been looking for. And didn't they get around him when he kicked truly there from 45 metres out. It was a lovely kick too. And I love the speed on his lead there, Shane. Terrific stuff from him. He really got out in front of his opponent.
No, he did. Good bit of separation there on his opponent, but just the start they would have been after the Papua New Guinea side. So back in the middle, Namidi in the ruck, and there's a little bit going on down in the goal square here, down at the Papua New Guinea end of the ground, or the city end.
Bit of passion.
There is. A bit of feeling in this game, just like there was in the first, but O'Halloran with the tap, got it down there, Ireland with the clearance. Quick kick out towards the wing, bouncing ball, boundary line's going to beat them all, and we're going to have a boundary throw-in as the ball goes over in front of Murius Bartley and the captain for the Mosquitoes in Loveite.
Gee, he looks young Bartley, doesn't he? And that,
he does.
That pale complexion of the Irish there, rosy cheeks. He looks like he's just eaten a Vegemite sandwich.
So ball thrown back into play. O'Halloran goes up unopposed, got it down to Bartley. Quick kick forward, bouncing ball. Looking to run onto the loose ball there was Michael Finn. Did well, was held on. Umpire said free kick. It'll be going to Michael Finn. And he'll be too far out to score, you would think. But Finn now sits it up top of the square. And coming out to take a strong mark is that man Lacey. And he will go back and have a shot for his third goal of the game.
Gee, this Finn-Lacey combination really straightens him up. That was a bullet pass. Laces out right in front of his eyes. He could not miss but mark that.
So Lacey was on the Geelong list as a rookie. Now playing for his home country of Ireland. Comes in, kicks pretty straight. A very nice kick indeed. And Padre Lacey gets his third. The Ireland go to 4-1-25. They lead Papua New Guinea 1 straight 6 here in the second quarter.
It's hard to know what to do with Paddy Lacey. 203 centimetres and 98 kilos. And he's all arms and legs, but can kick as well. You often see boys of that size. Kicking's a bit of an issue for them. But he kicked truly on that occasion. He's going to take some stopping.
He has 23 centimetres on Akai and nearly 23 kilos. So it's going to be a tough afternoon there in the last line of defence for the Papua New Guinea. O'Halloran wins a tap down once again. Going through was McLaren. Gets met heavily. Drops the football. Coming through there for the Mosquitoes was Agita. His hand pass goes back. Made it hard for Levi. It's been turned over once again. In goes Finn. Oh, was that a throw? The umpire says no. A lot of players around the football once again. And the umpire have to go in and call that up. The rain is really picking up here at McAllister Oval, Division 1 of the International Cup 2017, or IC17.
You can't help feeling that these conditions will suit the Irish as well.
No, I was just about to say exactly the same thing myself, Ian, but
strong tackle.
Coming through hard with the ball was McAlhone. It's a free kick to Papua New Guinea, holding the ball. Good kick forward there by Asai. Can't quite take the mark, going to ground, but running onto the loose ball now for the New Guinean side is Paul Phillip. He goes to ground, umpires blows a whistle, but play on set. They go forward, up to half, can't take the mark. There was Jambarufo. Now Papua New Guinea, good read on the play there. Following up was Soong, goes wide though. Looking for a mark, can't take it. Papua New Guinea trying to find a loose player, but it's Ireland off half back.
Long kick forward, but it's all the Mosquitoes there. Tapini takes on the game now. Coming through, though, is the captain, Levi. Long penetrating kick into the pocket. Out of position there was AC. The Warriors defence are under some pressure close to the boundary line. Quite content to let that one go over there was Jared Walls, who I thought was good in that first quarter at centre half back. The ball to be thrown into a very dangerous position here, right on the hot spot for the Mosquitoes.
So ball thrown back into play. Halloran with a tap, then tapping it forward. There was Walls. Comes now to Ireland. They looking to go forward. Can't quite pick it up. There was Bartley. Now taken by O'Connell. Swings around onto the left. Looking for Lacey. Can't take the mark at his feet. He had to bend down almost 3 metres to get it. Now comes out to Larvai, the captain. He's been really good for the Papua New Guinean side. Spots a loose player in the middle of the ground. Finds him now in Jambarufo. Goes back to Simon by hand. Simon goes to ground. He's in trouble, but he's been given the high free kick for the high tackle.
Could have gone either way there, but it's gone the way of the Mosquitoes. Quickly inside forward, 50. Overrunning the football there, though, was McLaren once again. They get the ball up towards centre wing, though, to the Irish. Oh, big collision of bodies. And standing up there was Willie Acey. He loves it and gets that kick away up towards the half-forward flank and taking a nice mark there. Is that John... Ambarufo once again. Squaring pass. And O'Halloran cuts it off, getting in front of his player there in Parika, and the ball goes over the boundary line. 30 metres out from the Mosquitoes' attacking end.
So, ball now to be thrown back into play. O'Halloran doing the ruck work. Did well there to get back into the space. Cut off that foray forward for the Mosquitoes.
Ooh, strong
Got
tackle.
the tap down to Walls. Can't quite get the kick away. Pack forms. Throw a blanket over about 10 players. That ball's not coming out of there. And eventually the umpire calls for it and we'll have a ball up 25 metres out from goal.
Plenty of pressure on the Irish defence at the moment. Repeat entries into 50 by P&G. They've just got to convert here.
And the Irish got all their players up forward of centre circle as well. So even if they get the clearance, they're going to be under some pressure. Mosquitoes get the clearance out. The shot on goal, but flying in from the side there, getting the punch away on the last line of defence was Barry Murray, another player above 190 centimetres and 100 kilos for the Warriors. So that takes their score now to 1-1-7, the Mosquitoes. Trailing the Irish 4-1-25.
So looking to bring the ball back in now. Long kick outside 50. The target there is O'Halloran. Can't take the mark. Pack forms. Bodies flying in. And the umpire eventually finds a free kick. It's going to go to Papua New Guinea and Gideon Simon. High contact. So Simon, not a good kick. Kicked it straight into the big ruckman on the mark. Tried to follow up the work. Now good little handball out there by Laurie Logo, but they've turned it over.
So the ball's now loose, bouncing football. There's 3 Mosquitoes there. Good work there by Akai. He gets the ball going, sweeps the hand pass out. Dangerous option, really. Strong tackle applied there by Murphy. It's a hot football. The contested level of this game's really gone up in this second term. Going through now is Jabrufu, who shoots the hand pass over, but meeting him there was Cull from the Warriors. Brought his opponent down in Logo. The umpire says play on, long kick forward. And taking the best position there was Akai, couldn't complete the mark. Lavai's waiting for the loose football.
So Lavai now having plenty of it. Got the little handball off. Goes the 1-2. Gets it back to John James Lavai. Now up towards half forward. Into the pocket. Coming out to try to take the mark. But can't do so. Might have even nearly come off the boot. But the umpire says it's out of bounds. And it'll be thrown back into play.
Just watching the last 2 or 3 minutes of this game, the Mosquitoes are getting control here. They are controlling the footy. When it comes out, it goes straight back in. They're getting repeat entries and increasing the pressure on the Irish defence.
Definitely the city end is the scoring end that we've seen in the first games this morning. Tap down, O'Halloran goes there to Brown. Hurried kick forward. Reading it best there was Akupu. Over the top, the 1-2's ignored. The kick can come through now from Simon. Goes with the ground ball. Taking it away from the Irish defence, but the ricochet comes. Oh, strong tackle there applied by Gleeson. He's held on too long. He's brought his opponent to the ground, and that will be a free kick going the way of Jambarufo once again. He's probably been Papua New Guinea's best player in this first half this morning.
So Jambarufo now, you think he's too far out to score. Has got the wind at his back. Now just sits it up. Has the loose player on the lead. Oh, can't quite take the mark there. Was Parika. Now Ireland looking to clear, but it's going to come straight back as John James Larvai takes the mark. Again, probably too far out to score. Larvai at half forward, looking to spot up a teammate. Oh, slipping over at the crucial moment, but didn't matter because chopping in from behind. And the shot at goal from Garoga all the way to the goal square. Can't take the mark. Ball still looking to go through. O'Halloran there for Ireland. High up and under kick. They could have raffled it. In the end, they spoiled themselves. A Kupo with the ball, but Ireland now looking to clear.
Coming through now is O'Day. Takes a bounce, needs to get his kick away, he does. But there's nobody there for Ireland. They're all drifting forward, dropping the mark. He should have probably taken there was Tapini. Has the time to clean up. In comes the Mosquitoes to support, close to the boundary line on the outer side. Bit of a rugby scrum there as it goes over. But it definitely looks like the Mosquitoes have really increased their intensity around the football. And with Ireland drifting forward, Ian, it's making them hard to really find an option at centre-half forward where they were so strong in that first quarter.
They just can't get it out. In the last 10 minutes, they cannot get it out. And repeat entries, as I said earlier, it's really putting some pressure on.
9 minutes gone, second quarter. A quick kick forward there by Brown for the Irish. Coming out towards Lacey. Can't take the mark. Still he goes, or maybe had the legs taken out. Yes, said the umpire. So Lacey now, he'll have the free kick. He'll take it from about 60 out from home. No one wants to give him the ball, however.
The wet conditions have really brought the Mosquitoes into this contest.
So Lacey now, I think we all got the joke. Goes long. Can't take the mark. Who's front and centre? Comes down now for, that was Cull. Round the corner, not a bad effort from Cull. Fading late, doesn't quite get the distance. And eventually the ball's helped over the boundary line and over for a boundary throw-in.
Gavin Murray hit the ground pretty heavily behind the play there, getting pushed out of it. Looks like the Indonesian crew are in numbers there in the pocket. Coming out to watch some Division 1 football. They're in Division 2 in the International Cup 2017. So throw in. Finn doing the ruck work, taps it towards the back, doing the roving there once again is McLaren. His kick lacked any sort of penetration. That abounds on the full, it is. Is that against the Irish? I think it must be, and taking the free kick there. He's got the ball on the string in this second term as their captain, John James Levi.
So Levi now goes long, looking for a teammate in, that's Wartovo, but can't take, coming in to take a good strong mark is Paul O'Halloran. He has been absolutely everywhere in this first half. He goes long, inside 50. Lacey's the target.
Oh.
Can't quite take the mark. Front and centre was Bartley, did well. Got the handball away. Now taken by McElhone. Gave it off to Walls. Quick kick forward, but it's all Papua New Guinea.
They'll clear on the outer side. The ground ball goes straight through Benno. Can they try and clear it? No, it's going to be repelled once again. The quick kick coming from McLaren. As it close to the boundary line, stays in the field of play just on the half-forward flank. Getting dragged down there was Gleeson. Couldn't get an effective disposal away. And here come the Mosquitoes once again. That's a disappointing pass, though. It's been turned over. Getting held about it was McLaren. No free kick was paid. Coming through with some dash. Showing some endeavour there was Benno. Long kick forward. The mark was dropped there by Watovo, but they've got the ball inside forward 50 here, the Mosquitoes. Can they get onto it now? It's Swee. Swee has a shot on goal. Bounces, but it's hit the post. He was under some pressure running at full tilt, and that one just missing. They're second behind of the quarter. They go to 1-2-8, 17 points behind the Warriors, and we have just over 5 minutes left to play in this second term, Ian.
Gee, that handball to a man at full speed, you can't teach that either. He really released him there and possibly should have made more of that kick.
So Sawee not taking the most of the opportunity. The wind has certainly dropped since that rain's come in too, so... Well, not a great kicking from the island side. Can't quite take the mark was Jambarufo. Goes by foot instead out towards Wartovo. Goes over his head. Now Leonard takes the ball. Happy to see it over. Deep in the defensive pocket for the Irish.
I understand what he was trying to achieve there. Hit up someone in the 50, but really it was almost in the opposite direction of the goal there. I want them to be more direct when they get into their 50 P&G.
So Halloran taps it down. McLaren gets the kick forward, but it's all the Mosquitoes waiting for the loose football now. Hand pass comes out towards Phillip. He gets dragged as he's kicked it, but it's worked out beautifully. Standing tall in front of the Irish defence there and taking a nice mark on his chest is that man again in Swee, who can make up for his disappointing shot on goal only a moments ago. And this is a big kick. They trail by 17 points. They're going to reduce the margin to 11. Kicking with the aid of... Well, the breeze may have died down. It depends which pocket you look at. But towards the city end, we've seen most of the scoring in the first two matches of play here this morning at McAllister Oval. So Swee, big crowd in attendance for this game. He'll be kicking from only 15 metres out directly in front. Swee comes in now, and he hasn't missed. Great finishing work there by Katoa Paluas Swee from the Bonria Cats. Nice work there by the 20-year-old, kicking Papua New Guinea's second goal for the quarter. And as I mentioned, the margin's back to only, what is it now, back to 11 points. It's 2-2-14 to 4-1-25.
And just interested to see the use of the footy there. You wouldn't be used to kicking a wet footy. And they're, in fact, marking the wet footy too. There's been a few basic skillers here. You've just got to chest it up instead of trying to take it in your hands when the footy's wet.
So back in the middle, O'Halloran getting the tap down. Akari was in there as well. Going in hard off the half-back line was O'Day. Kick forward, but taking the mark in defence for the Mosquitoes is Laurie Logo. So their start goes up towards half-forward. Big fly from a couple of players. Play on, said the umpire. Off hands, comes down now to O'Day. Goes a little handball, had to get rid of it. Umpire said you didn't, and it's holding the ball.
So the umpires have been right on it in this game. Taking the free kick there. Would that be Phillip? No. So the Mosquitoes go towards centre wing. Oh, that was closing in on Agita, but he was brave. Used his body well to protect the football and took a nice mark. Whereas his options, goes looking for a squeeze at a free kick in the back. That was a little bit clumsy there by the Irish defender. He's got right in the back of his opponent and trying to get a few extra metres there, even though he's kicking with the breeze. Is that Swee with the free kick once again? Logo.
It is. Oh, is it?
No, it's Matthew King. Who's
like
a player who plays for Montrose in the Eastern Division football.
I just felt like he ran under that one. He was probably pretty lucky to get a shove in the end.
And he comes down from 40 metres out. King gets enough distance on it, but not the accuracy required. And it goes through for a behind. They're really dominating this second term, aren't they, Mosquitoes? We've seen 2 goals free to only 1 goal in this second term, and the margin now is at 12 points.
So the ball now to be brought back into play. It's going to be Barry Murray for the Irish team. So just all milling around at half-back. You would think that the target here should be O'Halloran.
They've gone deep here, haven't they, the Warriors?
So they come out now looking for Finn. He's going to fly, but no one went up in the end. Comes down, couldn't quite get the boot to ball was Namidi. Now taken by Penny. He goes one way, then the next, loses the ball. Now goes back in after it. In there as well was Jambarufo. Still he goes, got the little handball out, but O'Day looking to clear up. Oh, good smother on his kick. Comes out now, the man on his own. Garoga runs around, shot it, goal! Puts it through, Tyler Garoga. And that is a great goal for Papua New Guinea and brings the margin back now to just 4 points. 3-3-21 to it is 4-4-28 for the Irish.
And exciting stuff there too from Garoga. Just living the chase with that turnover. Was able to come around and kick it across his body from about 35 metres out. A great finish. He's got them right back into the game.
And he was confident, wasn't he? He knew as soon as he got that football, he was going to kick the goal.
Yeah,
and
that
it was beautiful finishing work there.
Had his name written all over it.
Heller in the ruck, taps it down. The McLaren option wasn't there. Trying to get the kick forward, though, was Brown. Partially smothered. Murray comes up to meet it, crashes the pack, couldn't take the mark. The hand pass comes out there towards the Mosquitoes, who slap it forward. Halloran was slow by foot. Coming through nicely, though, was Ikari. Couldn't get any purchase on the football. Pretty greasy conditions here now. And pack forms just forward of the centre circle. It is the Mosquitoes dominating this second term, kicking towards the city end. And they're trailing by only 4 points.
So ball thrown up, tapped down there by Halloran, gets another 10 metres with that. Going in hard there was Matthew King.
But don't argue.
Shrugged with the don't argue, then got the handball away, but taken now by McElhone, the captain for the Irish. Now long kick, but going back with the flight of the ball was John James Larvie right on the half-time siren.
So that is half-time. Division 1 football between the cup holders, Papua New Guinea, against the Island Warriors, and that was a ferocious second term. The margin here, it's 4-1-25, Ireland leading the Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes 3-3-21. We'll take a short break here for half-time from McAllister Oval. It's wet conditions and great international cup football. There's plenty more to come. And that's half-time here between the Island Warriors and the Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes. The half-time score, Island 4-1-25, leading the Mosquitoes by 4 points. They were trailing by 19 points at quarter time, and using the swirling breeze to their advantage, we saw the Mosquitoes come back in that second quarter. Tyler Garoga kicking 2, and a nice goal there by Swee. 3 goals to Patrick Lucy, who didn't get his hands on the football as much in that second term. Ian Doherty, what were your thoughts on that first half?
Garoga with the goal of the day too. It was an absolutely ripper. David Lake, the coach of PNG, will be very, very pleased with that quarter. They've certainly got themselves back into the game, but plenty of work to do. I think the Bruce is going to have less influence now. The ball will be a little bit heavier, a little greasy. Perhaps these conditions aren't what the PNG boys would expect. You imagine it would suit the Irish, but so far they've been pretty good. It's all about executing the basic skills properly and continue to promote the footy. And that's, I'm sure, what both coaches will be saying right now. And joining us in the broadcast is Shane Fleming, who's made his way down from Swan Hill. I don't know how these conditions are treating you at the moment, Shane.
A little bit foreign. What's this stuff? I'm not quite used to this this wet stuff.
That noise you can hear is Shane's teeth chattering.
And there's plenty of activity happening down here for the International Cup. Some great football on oval number 2 as well. We're underway here with O'Halloran in the ruck, taps it down. That combination with McElroy working nicely to get the ball up towards Murray. Mosquitoes have the numbers if they can try and work it out there. True Coagula does well, gets the ball up towards centre half forward. Reading the play better though. At the back of the pack is that man Jabrufro once again, goes into the pocket, and that's off the side of the boot and in the field of the play. Just the ball's going to be thrown in about 25 metres around from the Mosquitoes attacking end. They're kicking towards the Park Street end here, while the Warriors are going towards the city end.
Ball just sliding off the boot there as we have the ball thrown back into play. O'Halloran going up unopposed again. Doing the roving there was Parika, but he can't keep the ball in. And the umpire's signaling a free kick. It's going to go to the Irish. So to bring the ball back into play, might have come off the boot. And it's gone out on the full. So Island now to bring the ball back into play. Long kick. Finn's going to be the target. He'll be the flyer. Over the back. Can't quite take possession. There was Nannery. Now picked up by Papua New Guinea. So Larvai with the handball out, but coming through. Good soccer off the ground there by Burns. Coming up towards half forward, but taking it now is Penny.
So Penny, the 1-2. He has some speed to burn. Gets the ball out towards the half back flank there, and Brendan Benno takes the mark. Off one step, kicks it up towards centre wing. Oh, slipping over, but still nearly taking the mark there. It was good work by Terang, but the boundary wins out as the Warriors get a kick forward. But to slip over and then nearly take the mark is not an easy feat. And as we saw in the first game, that outer side appears to be a lot wetter than the broadcast side of the ground. And with this rain that's probably been with us now for the last 20 minutes or so, it's going to be very wet towards the interchange benches here in this second half.
So ball now thrown back into play. Just throwing his opponent out of the way. There was O'Halloran. Probably should have been a free kick. The umpire said play on. Now taken by King. Little handball back into traffic. Finds a teammate. They go long. Looking for a teammate there in Benno, who's managed to get loose. Benno, good little chip into the pocket. Oh, doing well there with the spoil was Murray, but over the back. Whoa. And a quick shot at goal there by Scott Johnson. He's offline and through forward, just another behind. So they go to 3-4-22. The Irish 4-1-25.
Gee, Johnson almost had enough time to pick that up and have a proper shot at it. He probably rushed it a little bit.
They've had the last 7 scoring shots, the Mosquitoes. So it'll be the Warriors to bring the ball in once again. Where's Flynn? Where's O'Flynn? Oh, the kick in is slipped over, but it's worked out nicely by Brennan. Not too sure who kicked. May have been Walls who kicked it in, but Brennan read it nicely, took the mark on his chest, and he plays on. A long penetrating kick, looking for O'Halloran, going back at the flight of the football, couldn't mark. It's a loose football. Levi's there, bouncing, collects it nicely. Off one step, goes for the short option there, and taking a nice mark is Agita.
So Agita out, half back, goes short, but reading it well there was Finn. Plays on, had to get the handball away, did. Got legged, umpire said yes, it'll be a free kick coming back to Finn.
Unlucky because it slipped in that wet conditions, didn't he, Ian?
He did, and it looked like he's actually going to get caught. He didn't see that or hear the feet behind him about the tackle there. I think he thought he was clear in any case. He's probably lucky.
So Finn goes long, looking for a mark. Out the back there was Murray, couldn't take it. Bouncing ball, boundary line wins out. Happy to see it over there is Matthew King.
Just kind of feeling like these wet conditions now, as the rain tumbles here at McAllister, that the wet conditions are negating the height advantage that the Irish have got.
Definitely. Joyce in the ruck. Over the back goes Akupu. The ball gets kicked forward by the Warriors. Desperate for a mark. Hand pass comes out towards Murray. Leaving the ball behind there was McLaren once again. The brothers have been combining well this afternoon as Brendan Brown gets the kick forward, but there's no one at home there for the Warriors. Taking a nice mark was Tapini. Plays on, gets the ball up towards the half forward flank where Terang kicks it up towards centre wing. Just slow but sure, keeping the ball in their hands and keeping the ball away from the Warriors at the moment are the Mosquitoes.
So the Mosquitoes now looking to go forward. Long high kick up to half forward. A big fly from behind by Garoga. Couldn't get the ball though. Now running on the loose ball. They've got a loose player in Matthew King running forward. King can run into the open goal and puts it through for the Mosquitoes. So the Mosquitoes have all of a sudden hit the lead. 4-4-28. They take the lead. Island 4-1-25 in the third term.
The play was loose over the back there, wasn't he, in King, and ran into Ashore. They got the goal, but 4 in a row now for the Mosquitoes, and they've taken the lead for the first time, Ian.
And a great handball over the top there from Garoga too. Like the way he plays, he's got all the toys, and could have finished that himself, but did the team thing. Gave it to King, who had plenty of time and space to finish that properly. A great goal from PNG.
Looks like Finn's gone as a loose man at centre-half back trying to control the charges there, but they're really under some pressure now, Ireland, after they started the game so well. They led by 19 points, as we said, at the first change. So this game's now up for grabs. How can Ireland respond? Ball gets thrown up. Really stalemate there in the middle. Halloran gets in on his knees, applies a tackle. Been impressed by Akari going up in the ruck as well. He's got some vertical leap on him, that's for sure.
He's got a big job to do against that man, though.
Halloran wins it down. Oh, play gets slung out of the contest. The umpire's paid holding the football, and it's going to go the way of the Mosquitoes. So the free kick's been paid. Taking the free kick there was Akupu.
So Kupu has the loose player out wide in Benno, running forward, so it's still inside 50, maybe dropping the ball. No, said the umpire, play on. Now a little handball out. Papua New Guinea have the numbers, tried to get it to Johnson, couldn't do so. Eventually it does, but he's tackled. And we're going to get a ball up inside, attacking 50, about 20, 30 metres out from goal.
One thing they've been really good at, I think, Papua New Guinea, is the fact that they can hold the play in if they don't have the football in their hands. It's been a very telling sign, especially in this second and third term. O'Halloran gets crashed into, couldn't get the ball out. Sliding in there was O'Day. He was met strongly at the other end, and the ball's going to be thrown up once again. Garuka's definitely got some confidence after he scored that goal. He's really putting his body into those crucial contests close to goal. So,
ball thrown up Akari with the tap there, doing well. Big leap. Umpire's paying a free kick. It's going to go to Gideon Simon. So, Simon, he will have a shot at goal about 30 metres out on a slight angle, but certainly a gettable goal from there, Ian.
Well, one would assume that with this breeze dropping off there, that the distance is not going to trouble him. It'll be all about the skill execution. Keep in mind that it is a little bit greasy and a heavy ball now. So Gideon Simon looks like he likes a goal. Had a couple of games up where I'm from, up in the Central Murray, a couple of years ago, but that one's offline.
You taught him everything he knows?
Behind. Certainly did not with that kick, that's for sure. But through for another behind, 4-5-29 to 4-1-25, the Irish.
Gee, men from Swan Hill wouldn't be used to kicking a wet footy either, would they?
No, certainly not.
Definitely dry tracks.
And what a footy boots. They'd be wearing sand shoes.
So the long kick in comes from the Warriors once again. Up towards the half back flank where Halloran couldn't take the mark. Half forward there for the Mosquitoes. Really putting his body in once again is Akupu. He really throws his body in, using it as a batting ram at the moment. Ties the play up. Halloran in the ruck. Got a couple to beat to try and get his way towards the football. Players dive on top of it. They get the hurried kick forward, though, to Ireland. Up towards the half-forward flank. It's a loose football. Tapini tries to keep the ball in play, the kick around the body, but the boundary umpire was there. And we're going to see the ball thrown in. Score check has the Mosquitoes leading by 4 points. Went to see the time clock, and we've got 9 minutes left to play in this third term.
So, ball now. On the to be thrown back in, half-forward line.
Taking a while.
So, plenty of time taken out of the game there. It's about a minute stalemate. Halloran with the tap down in front of him. Quick kick forward there by McElhone. Now going a high ball, can't take the mark. Nannery went to ground. Umpire's found a free kick, and it will be going to Ireland. And it will be going to that man in Nannery, I think it is.
It is Nannery.
And he will have a shot from 30 metres out directly in front.
Gee, the aerial prowess of the Warriors in the first two quarters today has been negated by this wet and slippery football, but managed to get that one on his chest, and he's going to take a shot.
This is a big kick.
So Nannery now comes in. Kick on its way. Umpire does a bit of work. It's through for one behind, so a little bit wasteful there. They go to 4-2-26 to the Irish. They trail Papua New Guinea 4-5-29 in the third term.
So kick into the pocket. Taking a nice mark on the outer side there is Parika. Decides to go up the line towards centre wing. Plenty of Irish there. Flynn flies in from the side. Couldn't take the mark. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle there by King. The umpire says play on. Shoveled hit the hand pass towards the boundary line. Pack converges once again. And we're going to see the umpire's letting it go. Very close to that boundary line. The ball's going to be thrown up or thrown in. Thrown up is the call out there on centre wing.
So ball now over in front of the interchange bench for the Papua New Guinean side. Thrown up. No one able to take a clean tap. Ball goes to ground. Throw a blanket over about 10 players. Umpire's circling. Hasn't called anything yet. Eventually calls for the ball. And we'll have a ball up here. Bit of a stalemate. Papua New Guinea leading by 3 points. 4-5-29 to 4-2-26. Been playing just under 10 minutes. Third term. Ball tapped down. Trying to get the kick away. There was Brown. Lost the ball. Stripped of it. Players crashing in hard. It's a tough ball to win at the moment. Again, the umpire circles and we'll have another ball
hang on.
up.
There's a little bit happening off the play here. The Irish weren't happy with something. The Fighting Irish.
They'll settle down.
Doesn't take much for them to get angry, does it, Ian?
I'm really keen to work out what these repeat stoppages, who they suit, who's going to get an advantage out of this.
Well, Finn goes into the ruck, tries to tap it down. Pack forms once again. A lot of players just outside the pack there for Ireland, trying to get the space happening. Finn's moved himself back into the ruck. He's definitely trying to direct his charges. Up he goes. Big punch away, though, by Akupu. Straight back down once again. Pack forms. Maybe you can try and get this ball out for us, Shane. It's been stuck on that half-forward flank for a while.
Tough ball in these wet conditions, and we're going to see O'Halloran now. He's had enough of playing the loose man behind the play. He's going to go into the ruck. So look for a big punch here from O'Halloran. He tried to, but it was Kari with the tap. So now Papua New Guinea, they pick up the loose ball. Little handball out there by Ajita, but they've turned it over. Loose handball there's missed the target. Taken now by Soong. He goes one way, then the next went two. Tried to do too much, and he's been pinged for holding the ball, and it'll be a free kick to Ireland.
Could have gone either way there, I thought, Ian, because he was got pushed in the back as he tried to get rid of it.
They just needed something to break it up and get the footy out of that area, I think.
Long kick forward. Up goes Lacey. Couldn't mark. Front and square there. The kick around the body coming from O'Connell. They fly. They get a touch on the football. I don't think so. It doesn't matter. It goes through for a point anyway. So, 2 points the margin. Ireland, 4-3-27. Trailing the Mosquitoes, 4-5-29. And it's been a long kick in, but it's gone out of bounds on the full, so it's going to be turned over. Penny's trying to sneak one there, but it's going to be the Irish.
He's done his best work to convince the umpires that it wasn't
out of bounds. He just walked away with it, didn't he?
It was out by about 3 metres.
I don't think you can see there,
so,
Shane.
Yeah,
you can?
Brendan Brown for the Irish goes long towards the square. Going with the big flight, couldn't take the mark. There was Murray. Going to ground, ball on the deck, trying to run it out. It's Papua New Guinea, but they've turned it over. Good work there by Brown. Got the kick away, but it's offline. In fact, he's missed it by quite a margin and out of bounds on the full.
It's great to see the spectators still around the football, Ian, isn't it, with this rain now becoming quite heavy.
It's good to see that they follow every component of our great game here, including when the rain comes. You've got to be, you can't run away. You've got to stay and watch.
So Tapini has it. He goes long. The option there is Swee. He had enough. Oh, it's been a free kick off the play anyway for holding the man. Akupu will take it. No, it's gone the way of Ireland. Okay, not too sure how that one was worked, but Brendan Brown has it again. He's potted up to centre half forward. Patient pass. Picked out David Macarone. He'll go into the pocket now. Lacey's the option. Uses his body. Stands up. Goes straight through his hands. He couldn't complete the mark. Shot on goal. Is that going to be holding the man? He couldn't get a kick away. He was thrown to the ground a little bit unfairly there by Tapini, and it's going to be... Is that Murray with the free kick? No. Might be Patrick O'Connell, is it?
I think it's O'Connell, yeah.
Yep. So O'Connell will take the free kick. It's the first real shot close to goal in the quarter.
And the rain is coming in,
isn't it?
Sideways, gentlemen.
Yep. And O'Connell's had a shot on goal, and it's gone through for a behind. Geez, they make it tough work for the commentators. The weather.
Someone get the umbrella, can they please? So ball to be brought back into play. Going short into the pocket, taking the mark there is Willie Asai. So slow, steady, looking to hold possession. Not easy in these conditions, but they're holding onto the ball of the Papua New Guinea side. They're doing well. Now a long kick there by Terang. Up onto the wing, looking for distance, going up, taking a good effort there from O'Connell, but running through, couldn't quite take the ball. In fact, he couldn't quite keep it in there was King, and we're going to get a boundary throw-in on the far side of the ground.
Plenty of intensity out there, a one-point ball game, gentlemen, and this rain's not dampening their spirits at all.
3 minutes to go in this third term. O'Halloran taps it down. Finn gets dragged off the plate. It's ferocious in there now. Players are really putting their body in. The umpire circling and decides that they'll throw it up once again. So close to 2.5 minutes to go in this third term. Finn gets the loose football, gets the kick forward. Murray comes up to meet it. Collision of bodies. Pack forms. On the top of the play there was Benno. And a little bit of a push and a shove, but the ball's going to be now thrown up at centre half forward. Flynn does the ruck work by himself, tapped down, socked the ball forward there. Nice work by McLaren. Trying to get the ball out there was Murray. He goes back in a second time, and the umpire's letting it go here. So he goes again there, Murray. Sockers the ball forward. Mosquitoes have the numbers if they can get it out. The umpire's just circling, waiting to make a decision. It's not much happening there at all. He has to go in and ball it up. And we're going to see the ball thrown up on the Painter 50, directly in front of the Warriors attacking end. They're leading by a point. They're trailing by a point, sorry.
So Finn with the tap. Tried to get it down to a teammate. Now the race is on. Boundary line's getting closer. Still can't take possession. Now taken by the Irish. Got the little handball out to Bartley. Now the little tried to kick it. Holding the ball, said the umpire. Advantage paid. Now Simon, little kick. Does it stay in?
Oh, very close.
I think it was very, very close. Umpire said it was, so mark paid. And it's taken away by OA. He goes long, into the pocket, bouncing ball, looking to run onto the loose one. There is Wartovo. Now little toe poke in front by Jambarufo. Tried to keep it in. A little back heel. It's gone out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw-in deep in the pocket here for Papua New Guinea into attack, leading by just the one solitary point. So, umpire now.
We're in the Doherty pocket again.
We are.
Certainly, I'll call it, boys. It's all right. The only one with the line of sight. Ball thrown back into play. Tapped down by O'Connell. Now trying to pick up the loose ball and can't quite keep it in is Brendan Brown. Unfortunately, I get the feeling the ball's going to be stuck down in that pocket for quite a while, guys. So
we've got a minute to go for the quarter.
So
we'll just put the kettle on.
Yeah, no worries. Make one for me, please. So the ball now to be thrown back into play. It's going to be O'Connell and Namidi to go up in the ruck. Namidi from behind tries to get to the front position. Can't do so. Ion with the high kick. It's a high ball. Simone worked to the front position, then eventually got the Falcon off the head as well, but the boundary ball goes over the boundary line and over for a throw-in.
So I think the Irish did well there to repel the Mosquitoes. The ball spent a long time inside forward 50. They've worked out O'Halloran, though, in this third term. They're roving to him. So when it goes, early push, no free kick paid there against O'Halloran. Tapped it down, Brennan overruns it. But it's the Mosquitoes for chain of hand passes, finishes with Oaya. Oaya has a shot on goal, goes all across the face. Oh, they came in to celebrate, but it just fainted right at the last moment and went through for a behind. They go to 4-6-30, 2 points the margin. And it should be the three-quarter time siren going shortly. There we go.
Now, I'm just guessing, boys, I think that was the siren.
Yeah, the siren's changed all of a sudden, hasn't it? Is that the emergency siren?
It was right next to us.
Well, at three-quarter time, it is the Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes leading 4-6-30 in front of the Irish, 4-4-28. The only dual goal kicker there is Garuga for the Mosquitoes. We'll take a break at three-quarter time. Huge last quarter to come. Stay tuned for more. And we're back for the final quarter here. Division 1 International Cup football. Live from McAllister Oval. It's the Island Warriors against the Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes. The margin is only 2 points in favour of Papua New Guinea. They kicked the first goal of the quarter, the only goal of the quarter. And they lead now by 2 points. So, Ian, what can we expect in this final quarter?
Well, it's a nice siren for one. It's welcome to Melbourne for both teams. It's wet and wintry Melbourne conditions, and whoever uses the wet footy best could possibly go on and win.
taps it down, getting it forward there with Jambarufu. This is a good play by the Mosquitoes. Long kick forward. Coming up to meet it there was Johnson. His second effort was good to get the ball there towards Garuga. We know he likes to kick the goal from the pocket. The Mosquitoes have gotten a chain of hand passes, but a strong tackle applied there by Finn on the last line for the Warriors. Has seen that go through for a behind. I thought that was a goal for sure. But unfortunately for them, they're only a point and they extend their lead to 3 points.
Much better defensive effort from the Warriors that time.
Good effort by Finn.
So lovely work on the last line by the Irish. Finn there, as we said, with the tackle. And there's a bit of a hold-up in play.
There's blood.
And, yeah, there he has got a bit of claret coming from the knee there. I think he might have to go off. I think that might be Barry Murray. And he is indeed now sent off with the blood rule. So, while we have this little break-in moment, Ian, Ireland trailing by 3 points, and in these conditions, they've got a little bit of work to do, you would think.
Well, they're not going to be able to do it the way they did early in the game with going down the corridor and a mark and goal scenario. It's going to be about their crummers and using the wet footy well.
So ball now brought back into play. Murphy with the long kick, looking for that man in O'Halloran who has been absolutely everywhere this afternoon. Gives the handball off. High ball there from O'Day. Coming in high, can't quite take the mark. There was Tapeni. Off hands, kick forward there by Bartley. Ireland looking to go forward the mark for O'Connell, but he dropped it. Now got pushed off the ball, and the numbers are with the Mosquitoes.
They're going to clear it towards the outer side. Long kick. Player's fallen down early, and the umpire has seen it as an infringement. So taking the free kick there for the Warriors will be Ronan Cull.
It was well off the footy.
It was, wasn't it? I think it was a bit of a collision, and he went down. A lot of players forward of the football now. The Mosquitoes are just filling up the space. So it's a long kick forward there. Looking for and finding. It's that big Finn once again taking the mark. He goes onto his right foot, shows some candy. Going to get rid of it now. The kick around the body. Where's Lacey? Murray flies in, couldn't complete the mark. Under some pressure there, the Mosquitoes' defence. The hand pass coming out by Tapini, close to the boundary line. They've worked it out nicely, though. Taking a mark there was Logo.
So Logo's kick goes high up to the wing. Mark taken by Namidi. He's been good this afternoon. So Namidi looking for options. Not a lot to kick to, so decides to try to run around the mark. Can't do so with a high ball. All Ireland underneath it, though, and taking the good mark on the chest is Jared Walls.
Some of the marking skills have been really good in this wet conditions. Long
kick forward, but there's no one at home there for the Irish. And then once again, the Mosquitoes will look to build off the half-back flank. They bring it out now towards Oea, who takes the mark, who goes short. Juggling attempt, but did well to keep his eyes on the football there was Johnson. You can go back to Oea. No, telegraph the pass. Been big punch away coming there from Murphy. The Green do well there, the Warriors. They get the ball up towards the half-forward line. Falling over at the wrong time was Nannery. They've worked it out now through John James Levi. They've got players out there all by themselves and taking a nice mark there was Tapini.
So Tapini's kick up towards half-forward, but coming across to meet the ball was Walls. Worked it towards the boundary line, just keeping it in, however. Now quick kick forward, though. Eventually the ball goes out of bounds and over the boundary line, over in front of the Island interchange bench. At the moment, quick score check sees the Mosquitoes 4-7-31, leading the Warriors 4-4-28. We've been playing now at 3.5 minutes in this final term.
So the ball gets thrown in once again. O'Halloran, double-handed tap down. Going through Finn, spins out of the pack, long kick forward. Lacey's the option, the ball gets punched away. Coming up to meet the football there was Macarone, closed for space, over the top towards Nannery, comes back onto his right boot. The umpire calls play on, must have been touched off the boot. The Mosquitoes can look to switch the play on here, right across the ground towards Tapini.
So Tapini, he has King in support, gives it to him now. King can probably have a bounce, but maybe not in these conditions. Goes up long to the wing, trying to keep it in, but unable to do so is Brendan Benno. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the commentary position here with the Mosquitoes 3 points in front.
Ian's frozen. He's going a little bit blue next to me. I'm going to give him a hug just to get him going in for the final 12 minutes of play. Temperatures have dropped. The rain has arrived and looks set in. So throw in. Oh, Finn was third man up. Is that against the rules? Not sure. Kick forward there by Carl. Dribbler up towards Murray. Slides over the top of the football. The defence has been good in this final term. Going away with it is AC. Gets the ball up towards centre wing. Closing in and getting a big punch away there was Shane O'Sullivan. But corralling it once again is Akupu.
So Akupu now. Long kick up to the wing, but it's all Ireland. And the umpire's called play on, has he? It must have been touched off the boot. Player sliding in now on the centre wicket area. Long kick forward there by Brown. Looking for Lacey. Can't take the mark. Getting the front and centre was Murray. Roved it well. A little tap forward. Looking for the little toe poke. They look just going along the ground. Shot at goal is good. And putting it through there was Robert McElhone. And the Irish, they hit the front 5-4-34. They lead Papua New Guinea 4-7-31.
And great to see that he's read that properly. It was a wet footy. He had time, but he didn't need to pick it up. Off the ground was just enough from the distance out that he was. And through it goes, and it gives them back the lead. What a game this one is. 3 points the difference.
Breaks the run of behinds as well. The last 4 scoring shots all going through for a behind. The margin's 3 points in favour of the Irish. Tap down. That man in Finn's by himself in the centre square. He got one high. He took a while to pick up the football, but he's earned the free kick. So Flynn kicks it up towards half forward. I'll play a slip over everywhere. Going back into the contest that time was Murray. He's been wrapped up in a strong tackle. Bartley's there in support. But getting the kick forward was Nannery, inside forward 50. The numbers here with the Mosquitoes. They switched the play. And going with the one hand when it needed to there was Levi.
So Levi, little tap to King, overruns the ball. Has to go back, picks it up now. Had a couple of opponents for company. Gave it back to Levi. Now Levi trying to get around. Eventually gets a little kick forward. Coming in hard there was Bartley. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going to come back to Bartley. So holding on. So Mirius Bartley now. From the 50, goes long, looks pretty straight, hasn't quite got the journey, rushed through for a behind. So they go to 5-5-35 to 4-7-31.
The Irish building the wall here, trying to block it in. Want repeat entries into their 50 to keep the pressure on the PNG defence.
So ball now brought back into play. Mark taken now by Tupeni in the pocket. Goes down the line, can't quite take the mark. There is Swee. And the ball goes over the boundary line and over for another throw-in. Rain certainly settled in here.
It has. The spectators have settled in as well. The umbrellas, the ponchos, whatever they can to stay dry.
Very nice work by them. They came prepared.
Not like us.
So ball now thrown back into play. A little bit of a shallow throw-in. Player umpire's going to call it back and have another go with the wet footy. So conditions certainly getting rather inclement at the moment here in Melbourne. Nice welcome to all the International Cup teams. So ball now tossed back into play. Again, a little bit shallow, but play on, said the umpire. Trying to get boot to ball there was McElhone. High ball underneath it there was Murray. Couldn't take the mark. Forced towards the boundary line again. And still we go. And the umpire's found a free kick, and it's going to go the way of Papua New Guinea. And I think that might be Laurie Logo with the ball.
He's
now
worked
called.
hard.
He has now called the play on. He's been good, and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full, and it'll be a free kick to Ireland about 40 metres out from goal.
Big cheer there from the Irish with that decision going out of bounds on the full. Sorry about this, Shane. I don't know whether to stand up or to let you go.
I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera so the viewers at home can see as well. So ball thrown back into play. Mirius Bartley, long ball, big fly from behind by Lacey. Couldn't take the mark. Ball on the deck. Murray's there now.
Now they can clear it here, the Mosquitoes. The hurry kick forward. Flynn flies, tries to take the mark, wasn't paid. Now goes in to do the hard work on his hands and knees. Going through there was Levi applying a strong tackle over the top of the pack. And the umpire's going to have no choice but throw it up.
Just get the feeling that the Mosquitoes are better when the footy hits the ground. They're certainly fighting really hard for it.
8.5 minutes to go. Halloran in the ruck. Taps it down. Dives back on top of the football now. Levi's there. Has to kick the ball in tight space. Did well to get some purchase on it. Loose football at centre half forward for the Warriors. Here's the Mosquitoes' chance they can run under the football. They couldn't do so. Going through there was Macarone. He's been wrapped up. Tries to get his kick away, but the umpire says they'll have it, and the ball's going to be thrown up just forward of centre half forward, and the margin is 4 points in favour of the Warriors.
So ball now thrown back up. Trying to burst his way through the pack, couldn't do so. Eventually got a handball out, soccer off the ground there by Rob McElhone. Only as far as that was John James Larvite. So now Papua New Guinea looking to go forward. They're mucking around a little bit by hand. They need to get the ball forward.
That's dangerous.
You don't want to overhandball in these conditions. Now the soccer off the ground. Long shot, a goal! Oh, what a goal, Ronan Cull. Well, I don't quite know how to explain that. You've seen it at home. Ronan Cull, the long 40-metre drop kick soccer off the ground, and 6-5-41. The Irish, they take the lead 4-7-31 to Papua New Guinea.
And it's all about adapting to the conditions there, and Ronan did the right thing. That's all he needed to do. It didn't have to be pretty, but he's put it through and given him a 10-point lead here. And
it's a second goal in this final term off the ground there for the Warriors. Getting it held onto there and playing for the free kick was O'Halloran. Under 7 minutes to go in this final term. The margin is now out to 12 points.
Oh, 12.
Good as 12, 10.
My fingers won't work to write the score.
So, long kick by O'Halloran. Well, there's players all by themselves inside forward 50. And sliding in and taking a good mark on his chest there is Robert McElhone, who's going back. Looks like he might be having a shot on goal. So 10 points the margin. It's 6-5-41 to 4-7-31. McElhone, he's faked it and gone into the pocket, and he's found a teammate there who's taken a nice mark on his chest. No, the umpire's called play on, so it's touched off, not 15.
Not 15. Told the play on was Burns with the mark, but we're going to have a boundary throw in now, so eventually worked over the line. So ball now to be thrown in. Papua New Guinea, they need to get a wriggle on. Time's their enemy at the moment. Ball thrown back into play. O'Halloran gets the front position. Finn works his way to the front, gets the tap down. McElhone, soccer off the ground. Mark taken barely the 15, but it's been paid. Murius Bartley with the mark. He's taken right on the 50-metre.
He's right behind this one, Shane.
He's got to get this to the top of the square.
It's going to be a big kick.
So Bartley now. In with the wet footy, sells some candy, runs to 45, long shot. It's not going to quite get the distance. Big body's back in the square. But worked off the ball was Lacey, wanted the free kick, couldn't. No, said the umpire. Murray takes the ball, goes to the ground. And we're going to have a ball up right in the goal square here with Ireland into attack.
You can sense the urgency in the Warriors game. Well, Murray hasn't come back up out of that pack. He seems to be in a lot of pain. They're holding his head. I think the umpire's down checking him. But it does look like there's some urgency in the way that the Irish are going about this. There's going to have to be a stretcher, I think, possibly. 5 minutes to go in this final term. This is the International Cup Division 1 football, live from McAllister Oval in Parkville. Murray has got back to his feet.
So, Murray, is he staying on the ground? The trainers are still with him. But the umpire just needs to get the play moving as the clock continues to tick. So...
Does the time stop for injuries?
No. So it needs to get the play moving. In fact, it's actually Nannery that went down, but ball thrown up now. Tap behind by Finn. Good read there by the Papua New Guinean player in Asai. Pack forms, and it's not going to come out of there at all.
Big pack of players. There's about 25 players around this football at the moment. Ireland just trying to hold up the play. Not giving an inch. Finn in the ruck, taps it back. McElhone was bumped off the football. There's going to be a free kick paid for a hold. And it's going to go the way of the Mosquitoes. So taking the free kick there is King. Has to come, no, it's going to go back to Levite. So the captain will take the free kick in the defensive goal square there for the Mosquitoes.
The Warriors zoning off beautifully here. They're going to try and block it in.
So Levite, his kick finds a teammate in Ajita. Now comes wide, pace to Burn. This is good from the Mosquitoes. They need to get it forward. Good mark taken there by Benno, especially in these conditions. Benno now up to half forward. Going up high there was Wartovo. Couldn't take the mark. Still going in hard ball with Papua New Guinea. High ball to the goal square. Getting back there was Ireland. Couldn't take the mark. There was Murphy.
So the pack forms. Strong tackle applied there by Johnson. And the umpire will go in and have to throw that ball up. Oh, you thought they were a chance there, the Mosquitoes, the way they were going in. There's 3 or 4 players at the back of the pack here for Ireland as O'Halloran just punches the ball as long as he can. Running up to the play now is Cull. Kicked that beautiful goal off the ground earlier. might end up being the match winner here as the pack forms on the half-back flank there for Ireland, and the ball's going to be thrown up.
So just time not on the side of the Mosquitoes at the moment, just 3 minutes to go. So ball thrown up in the air, Finn with the tap, tried to find a teammate, but taking it there was Asai, but can't quite keep it in. He's run it over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw-in.
What was Bartley doing then? He picked up the football and ran about 25 metres to give the ball back to the boundary umpire. Bit of courtesy there. Don't see that too often in AFL.
It's nice
the
to
ball's
see.
usually thrown away, isn't it?
Nice to see good manners occasionally.
Yeah. Finn taps the ball down. Hacked forward there by Brown. They get the ball up towards Lacey on the half-forward flank, who was quite happy just to let that ball go through. They're appealing for a free kick, but definitely not one there. And we're going to see the ball thrown back in again now, Shane.
Certainly are. They know that time's on their side, and any time they can take off the clock now with no time on is a bonus for the Warriors.
2 minutes to go.
You feel like they've done enough, the Warriors?
You do. No, you certainly do. 2 goals in this time, in these conditions. Not going to be easy for the Mosquitoes. So it comes out now to Bartley. Tried to take on the tackler, got lost the ball. Taken now by Akari. He goes to ground. Pack forms. It's going to be hard to get the ball out of there. Eventually it comes out. Now here's the quick breakaway for Akari. A high, long ball, but reading the play well was Paul Murphy to come out and take a defensive mark.
He just read it better than his opponent. It was a terrific chest mark. It saves the day.
Big roar in the crowd. So long kick forward now. The option there is Robert McLaren. He's the only one who read it best. King didn't put his body on the line when it was required. Took a nice mark. It's walking back, holding up the play as long as he can. Nearly a minute to go. The second game of the Division 1 competition. It's a long kick. Coming up, trying to take the mark there was Gleeson. The ball goes straight through his hands. JJ there for the Papua New Guinea inside. Hand pass it out towards Tapini, and he was at full stretch and couldn't keep that ball in play. I expected a little bit more from JJ Penite, who was close to being drafted in the recruit. Now playing at Montrose. Halloran gets a push in the back, and he'll take the free kick there. He definitely received one pretty severe push, wasn't it, in the end there from Ekai.
So Halloran now, too far out to score. You're thinking he's probably 60 metres from home. He's going back, looking like just taking a bit more time off the clock.
30 seconds to go. Long kick needed.
So the Irish are home here in this Division 1 game. Round 1 for them. Long ball going long, about 30 metres out. Big fly from behind by Lacey. Couldn't take the mark off hands. Ball at the back of the pack. Trying to run onto the loose ball there was Brennan. Couldn't do so. Now picked up by Logo. Little handball back inside. Missed the target. Oh, big hit there on Burns. Soccer off the ground is through for one behind. So, and right on the siren as Ireland, they go to finish the game 6-6-42 to Papua New Guinea 4-7-31. A good win to the Irish.
It was indeed, and a hard-fought win, definitely. And that's going to be the benchmark of what we can expect in Division 1 football of these two teams going at it once again. As we know, the Mosquitoes looking for their back-to-back cup winners. So the final score here, it was Ireland 6-6-42, defeating Papua New Guinea Mosquitoes 4-7-31. The major goal kickers for Ireland, it was Pedrag Lucy kicking 3 goals, and for Papua New Guinea, it was Tyler Garuga kicking the double there. So a great game of football, and plenty more to come here on the International Cup 2017. We'll be back with the next game and plenty more to come here on for the International Cup coverage.